Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast, proudly presented by Little Caesars. Code, Cody, give me that graphic. I didn't know about that. Code 1099 bundle, classic pepperoni or cheese pizza, and crazy bread, and 2-liter soda for what? What's free with it?
It's $10.99 for all of that stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a great deal. Okay, cool. Now, code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. Okay, now we have got a lot to get to this show. Arizona football, my friend. They fought against there was the battle of good and evil, and they were victorious. Let's just real quick, dude. Colorado sucks. Man, that's an awful football team.
I'm going to take some credit here a little bit because I said that I said I wanted Arizona to start with the ball and get a lead because I think Colorado was close to giving up.
Yeah.
I don't really care what Tim Brando and Devin Gardner. That's a whole different story about
They were awful.
But that team gave up. I mean, that one holding call where it was a holding on Arizona, but because the Colorado player didn't fight through it, they didn't call it. Like, that's quitting. Like, this team is this team is right now like Oklahoma State levels. That's how bad this team is right now.
They are absolutely atrocious. It is a how do I put it?
Lewis just got hurt, by the way.
Yeah, no, that is an awful team. But let's talk about Arizona. That we can make fun of Dion. But yes, good and evil. Dion is evil. Yes. Okay. Now, let's Arizona though. This was an all-around performance from the Wildcats. So this was a huge game. The offense was great. The defense was great. But let's start about Noah first. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that were in there and they want Braden Locke to be the quarterback, or they said let's give him a chance. You saw why he shouldn't be the quarterback, and you saw why Noah is the absolute man. I don't think that people understand just how good sometimes Noah Fafita is.
Look, man. I mean, what are his numbers now, Mike? 21.
Right. John, don't worry. We're going to get to that in just a second. Don't worry, John.
I mean, what are his numbers now? 21-4, Mike.
He's 21-4. He's been great on the season. Yes. What I'm going to say is this, John. Yes, they stink, but this is a great win for Arizona. There is no doubt about it. This is a great win for Arizona.
Dude, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because Colorado's played well at home. Colorado's played very well at home, and I got no, like I said, I'm just saying that they stink, but this is a good win for Arizona. Both. There you go.
Look, Brent Brennan was 1-6 on the road. Yep. Deion Sanders was 10-7 at home. The biggest loss that Deion has ever had at home was 7 points.
Yep. That's it.
Arizona just won by 35 points.
Yeah, 35 points. And honestly, I don't even think it was that close.
I mean, if they play the starters, Mike, Arizona wins by 70 points.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
this was starters in the middle of the third quarter, and then ran the ball every other play.
And I've got to give Brent Brennan a lot. Yeah, we're going to get to the commentators. Don't worry. I got to give Brent Brennan a lot of credit, though, as well, because this team was ready to rock and roll this year. Or this team was ready to rock and roll this game. I think there were some questions. They haven't played well on the road. They haven't been able to do this. They haven't been able to do that. This team was ready to go. From the opening kick. And that, like I said, I think they knew the importance of this game. Not only do I think they knew the importance of this game, they, like I said, they were ready to go. I was very impressed by what I saw.
Yeah. I mean, I just tweeted this. Brent Brennan deserves this. I know he's got his detractors and all that. We talked on the phone before the game about Brent and winning this game. They deserve this, man. Like, again, he's a great dude. We said that. You can question his coaching, but they were close against Houston. They were close against BYU. This feels a lot like that Washington State game a few years ago, where they were close to USC and they were right there. And then they went to Wazoo and just beat the absolute crap out of them. And I think they won out from there on. Yeah. I'm not saying Arizona's going to win out,
but why not?
I mean, they can. I mean, Cincinnati will be tough, but they can absolutely beat Kansas, Baylor, and ASU.
They absolutely can. Now, first, let's see here. Dion didn't like the opening onside kick last year. He called Brennan out. That's cool. Yeah, he sucks. Dion sucks.
I will say this. Shelby was pointing this out during the game, and maybe the comments can help me as well. Totally different vibe from Brennan tonight, right?
Yes, exactly.
Like an angry vibe. Like a hey, you want me to be like an angry, just more serious, like he wanted this one bad. You could just tell. he wanted this one bad.
I loved what I saw from him because, again, he was telling you, and you and I didn't really believe it, that, that he works the officials, this and that. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But we saw it today, and it works. It's good. Again, I don't need you going out there and, screaming everything and saying you're going to, basically rip somebody's head off and send it to Arizona Dental and have them replace it. But I need you to work the refs, and he did that. I thought that, like I said, it was very, very – this was a game where it just felt like Brennan was in control. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, he coached the crap out of Dion, right?
Yes.
Like, how many quarterbacks are you going to go through in one game, dude? Eventually, It's not the quarterback, man. It's your team. It's you.
Well,
right?
Also on top of that,
quarterback.
Let's be honest here. If you're Colorado, you just need to go with the freshman. Those other two guys are trash, man. And I'm not saying Lewis is good, but at least he's a freshman.
Yeah. He's talented.
Right.
Like Staub, They went to Staub. Like we said before the game, we wanted Staub to start, right? Because he's terrible. He can't move. So he comes in. Salter was terrible. They put in Staub. He throws 2 picks and 2 passes. One of them, I think, was his receiver's fault, but still. Then they put in Lewis. And look, he only completed 50% of his passes, but he threw a TD. Right. He finished with 120 yards. They moved the ball a little bit.
Right.
Pat Shermer's so bad, dude.
He's so bad. Let's get back to Arizona though, and then we'll talk about it. Also, we need to get Trey Spivey the ball. There has to be something like in the Arizona game plan here. I don't care at all if he doesn't get open or he doesn't run good routes. He's too good at this point to just not throw him the football.
I get it. I completely agree with you. But the issue is he's running wrong routes. That's why he doesn't get he only caught that one ball because it's tough. It's almost like giving the ball on a screen where he doesn't have to run the route, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because he is running the wrong routes. Like he just is.
But he's dynamic, dude.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Like he's literally a walking touchdown. Like one touch today, one touchdown.
It is funny. It is funny. John Lee makes a great point. He says, I think he dropped that pass on purpose because it wasn't a touchdown. It's like what Buddy Ball or who was the coach that said, or not Buddy Ball, who was the coach that said that about Chris Carter that I don't like playing him because all he does is catch touch. Oh, Buddy Ryan. Yeah. But either way, that's kind of the way I looked at it. Now, and the receivers, I thought outside of the Hudson fumble, I thought the receivers played really well as well. There were no terrible drops or anything.
What's crazy is because Braden Locke was so bad, Mike. There were only 11 completions in this game.
Yeah,
Noah threw 4 touchdowns and 11 completions. Hudson had the fumble, but 5 for 37. Gio had the 60-yard touchdown. Spivey had the 57-yard touchdown. Watley's catch was fantastic to get in bounds. Right. Just overall, just a really good day on all sides.
All right, Rage is in here. Rage says, say hello to Mr. Rage. Hello, Mr. Rage. How are you doing today?
Hello, Mr. Rage.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Rage. Kobe Althiel has joined us. Kobe.
Rage, did you get any fights in Colorado? He was at the game.
Yeah, Rage was at the game, so that's good. But Kobe, what did you think about that?
I don't really know what to say, frankly. And I felt like Colorado was a team devoid of Power 4 talent, and I felt like they looked very poorly coached. They had penalties left and right. Their play calling was kind of funky at times. I just feel like Colorado looks like a team devoid of talent, and they just don't look like they're coached very well.
No, they don't. They don't look like they're coached well at all. The other thing, too, with this offense, we got to give Seth Daggy a lot of credit here. One person says, I think Rage, I already said hello to Mr. Rage. So the other thing about it with Noah, though, is that I'm just going to keep coming back to it. The best thing that happened to Noah, I disagree with, I think it was Heiko that said that, but I disagree with that the best thing that happened with him was T-Mac leaving. No, the best thing that happened was getting rid of Dino Babers and Matt Atkins, because I guarantee you if T-Mac was on this team, they would be even better. So, but Noah just looks very in control right now. And I think that, Rich is tweeting. Okay. Noah just looks very in control right now. And I think that's the part that you like it. It doesn't look like he's guessing. It looks like they're totally on the same page, and it took him a little bit of time, but we're there.
There's something that Daggy said that stood out a couple weeks ago where he said, if Noah just trusts me, he could throw for 300 yards every game. If he just trusts me in the game plan and what I'm telling him to do. And I think the last 2-3 weeks, basically since he said that, the trust is there, right? Like Noah completely, he's not hesitating. He's making the throws. They may look difficult. They may not look like they're there, but Seth Daigie's telling him, dude, these plays are going to work, and this offense is working.
Right. It's working in a big way, and everybody just seems to be on the same page, Kobe. And you know that was even the way it was. I mean, and you started to see it against BYU, and then you really saw it against Houston. Then you really saw it today, and you know that's kind of what it's just cool to see. It's just really cool to see.
No, I'd say that Iowa State game was rough, and since then, I feel like the passing attack has looked far better. You can tell that the scheme is designed in a way that schemes guys open. Because I know we were saying before that game, like, hey, there's guys open. We're just not hitting them. But you can tell that Seth Daigie's designed this offense to get guys open. And now that Noah is kind of understanding the system a little bit better and guys are more on the same page, they're starting to hit some of these guys that they're scheming open, which really helped. I mean, he's been awesome past, 3-4 games?
Yeah, he's been absolutely great. Now let's talk about the running game and the running game as well. That's the cool thing about it when you get the offense going. The running game killed him. Or running game was awesome as well. I mean, everybody got a little bit of play in there. I mean, heck, I didn't even know Ishmael Mahdi was playing, and then he had like a 9,000-yard touchdown run. Like I said, I think this is the best all-around performance that I've seen from this team during the Brent Brennan era. Period.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were just going to run the ball all over Colorado. That's what everyone's done. Like, I didn't even think they'd come out throwing. I mean, Arizona finished with 200 yards and 3 touchdowns on 38 carries. And a lot of that, I mean, it's probably could have been more per carry if, Cornelius Warren comes in and he's averaging 4 or 5 yards a carry.
I didn't know who that was. I thought he was a president or something.
I will say this. I turned to Shelby when he came in. I said, look how fast this dude is. We talk about next season, Mike. Yarborough and Cornelius Warren and Reese, that backfield is gonna be awesome.
What a great
Cornelius
name.
Warren is good.
Cornelius Warren is a great name.
Yeah, they call him Corn. But I thought they would run all over him. I mean, they
and
did.
Then the combo with Wesley Yarborough, that's 2 great names.
Yeah. Well, no, and you've also got Kendrick Reesano in there that takes a backseat to nobody with that. So okay,
does Quincy Craig have time left too?
Yeah. Quincy Craig's got enough. I think he does, doesn't he?
Oh, I thought he was a senior this year.
I think he's got another year. Arizona's got a loaded backfield next year.
He's a junior. Yeah,
no bet one, but they're loaded in the backside. So I mean, all right. So now defensively, then I also got to give them a lot of credit though, because that first drive, I was like, all right, the first couple drives, it was a little difficult, but then they really started to figure it out. Now I will say this. Arizona definitely got lucky because Colorado is a dumb football team. And there were 2 or 3 plays where Sincere Brown should have had about a 100-yard touchdown reception, which was, obviously called back. But either way, there was a really, really good defensive performance from this squad. You guys want to say anything or no?
No, I feel like the defense, the pass rush was great. They were causing issues the whole game. The secondary was a little concerning. Like, I know that's just part of the schemes. We're going to leave guys on islands, and they did get burnt a couple times. But luckily, Colorado is so undisciplined that just about every play they did get burnt on, there was a penalty. Because Colorado seemed to somehow commit a penalty like every single play, it felt like.
All right. Now, Irish Mike says, Mike just said loaded in the backside. Yeah, Ben One White wanted me to get that reference in for him, so that's what we did. We like helping out Ben One when he needs it. Okay, but yeah, the defense was attacking Skier, and I don't really know what else to say. It was just a awesome performance all the way around. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty, but yeah.
It just felt like when you saw Colorado's offensive line struggle against Utah, you kind of felt like Danny Gonzalez knew exactly what he wanted to do. And in the presser this week, he pretty much said openly, he's like, yeah, we got some things. And you could just tell when a team doesn't have a good offensive line. I mean, they had 8 tackles for loss. They had 3 sacks. Colorado, couldn't run the ball. They tried. They actually tried to run the ball. People are freaking out still about the QB run game. At the end of the day, Salter had 9 carries for 27 yards. Like they did that. And then no matter what quarterback came in, they annihilated. You go on the road, Mike, and you force 5 turnovers. Come on now.
Yeah. Now I will say this, Patrick. Yes, we did talk about Braden Lockie. We might get back to him at the end. Also, though, I'm going to say this though. Sheer, this is why going to practice means absolutely nothing, though. Because you came away from practice thinking that Braden Lockie wasn't that bad.
I thought he was a fine backup quarterback. Like I'm not one of these idiots that said he should challenge Noah or anything. I thought I said that on the show. I said he's a fine backup quarterback. He's not. Right? Like, but he's not. Now people know why they pulled Noah midway through the third. I'm like, oh, let him play the whole third. No. Get him out of there as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Because Brandon Locke is not good.
Yes.
Okay. He tries to throw. You know what he reminds me of? Who's the QB? There's a professional QB who's obviously better than Locke, but there's an NFL QB who used to just throw it as hard as he could every time, like just insane volume. Was it Jeff George?
No, Jeff George was actually good though. Nate
no. But I'm saying, like, no matter what, he would always throw it as hard as he could.
I don't know, Nate Peterman.
You watch your mouth, Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. You watch your mouth.
That was Gerard Randall.
Yeah, Gerard Randall. He should just throw it like as hard as he possibly could. Jamarcus Russell's another one.
That was
no
great.
aim or anything. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can in your general direction, and hopefully you catch it. That's
the great Dennis Walsh just said it's like he throws it 100 miles per hour, but it's 5 miles out of bounds or something. Yeah,
it's kind of like that guy that the Patriots had, the Cowboys had now, Joe Milton. He's kind of the same way.
Oh, the guy from Tennessee. Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Milton, where he just throws like 100 miles an hour, and it might be to the receiver, or it might be like 15 yards the other way.
All right, let's talk. I want to talk about something here about what the offensive line, or not the. Well, I want to talk about the offensive line, but I also want to talk about the announcers because this was. I thought it was just me, and then I was starting to get some texts, and I'm like,
like my mom just texted me about him, so
let's get some reads in here. We got to pay some bills, yeah, and send us your super snaps. We won super snaps, baby. Give us some money. We're poor. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, Ayers Dental, Land the Man with the Master Plan is in here. As I've been talking about, the championship package insertion is going to be live streamed on November 10th at 12:30. Everything in there. You will all see it. The championship package, the outro and the intro, everything that goes into it. Now, owned by local Arizona alumni. Land the Man with a freaking master plan. Daily urgent care Monday through Friday. Dental implants at affordable rates. And the championship package is only $19.97. Get it now, though, because after we win the championship and win out, it's going to be a lot more than that. Aris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com. Boom. Okay. All right. Andre Veras. Look at this. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Man, this is probably the best looking person you've ever seen. Longview Insurance and Investments. Now, a trusted partner for your financial future. Now, listen, we love Andre Veras. We like Andre Veras a great deal. But guess what? Sheer, say it.
I'm not endorsing the dude.
Not a chance. Not a chance. You have a better chance of finding Bin Laden's corpse than me actually endorsing Andre Veras. It's not going to happen.
They found Bin Laden's corpse, though.
No, but then they threw it into like the.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They threw it into the sea or something. I don't know, something like that. But either way, you got a better chance of finding that than me endorsing Andre Veras. But you should give Andre a call at 520-325-3456.
He just texted me. He wants that to be his new tagline. You have a better chance of finding
Bin Laden's corpse.
Bin Laden's corpse. No, yes. I'm not driving, Mike. Andre Veras, I'm good. I'm actually driving myself. Yeah, I was looking at gas prices in Vegas. They suck. But either way, you got a better chance of finding Bin Laden's corpse than an endorsement from Andre Veras. Check it out. LongviewII.com. We love Andre. Land's sister supposedly is going to be there. Interesting. All right, now Copal, you can get mention Mike Luke for a free elote rib. We're going to have a watch party, Arizona against UCLA in a couple of weeks. Mexican food delivered nationwide, mymexicanmenu.com. Use code AZ12 for 10% off your order. Copal, Tucson's contemporary Mexican food. Book your next large party or corporate event with Copal. Large party packages available. They cater any event. Check it out. Copal, 5340 East Broadway in the Williams Center. Okay, now, let's see here. Let's see. What are the better chances of Mike endorsing Andre or Lockie completing a pass? Lockie completing a pass. Not even close. Not even close. What is he on the season now?
I don't know.
We got to look this up because that wasn't his first. So he was 0 for 6 tonight, right?
Yeah.
So for the season, he is 3 for 11.
Okay.
He's 5 for 15.
All right. Well, that's better than I thought.
5 for 15. There we go.
Okay.
Trending up.
Let's talk about these commentators, though. I mean, all right. So I was listening to this, And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right. The commentators, it was an interesting kind of a juxtapose. They started out the game when Arizona's up like 500-0, making it out like Arizona was actually losing or that this was a close game. And they were talking about, Colorado, to really take control here or whatever. They said something like that. I'm like, dude, they're down 28-7. They're not going to just take control. And then they were talking about, and then the guy was, then Tim Brando kept talking about how long he's known Dion or something. Who cares, dude? It was really odd. I get that they were fawning over Dion, but that was silly, fellas.
You could do like a soundbite article. One of my favorite was Juju Lewis was about to get sacked, ran away, and threw the ball out of bounds. And Devin Gardner literally yelled, "What a play!" Like, you're down 5 touchdowns, and all he did was throw the ball away. Yeah, like it was just insane. You would have never known Arizona was playing in this game.
To show you,
the most hype they ever got was when our guy got mossed. And by the way, it's called a moss. They were calling it a head tap. Like that is not what anyone calls that.
And the play of the game, the catch of the game wasn't even that catch. It was a different catch by Colorado, who at that point was down like 42-14. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, I got a question. Is Bray or Sanders Anderson or whatever his name is?
Bray is, I believe, for the away game. Anderson.
Hey, Jake, I would absolutely put in Mason Bray over.
Mason Bray should have played tonight.
Yeah, okay. But the commentators were absolutely atrocious. Now commentators were yes, that's the other point. Land the man with the master plan said commentators were complimenting incompletions like more than they really were. Everything when there was an incompletion, it was like that was a heck of a play, and they'll get him. Like you said when he escaped and he threw it out of bounds, or like what a great play. It's like no.
Good one. Has Tim Brando joined the state-run media?
That's a good point.
We're going to talk about the state-run media later on in the show.
They were very unhappy with the officiating, too. It made me laugh. Like, oh, I don't really like that call. Like, early in the game, I don't know how many times they talked about how they shouldn't be calling that. That was funny.
Dude, the best was when Tim Brando was complaining about a call that was correct because the score was too big, and he said they should have just let them play.
They should have just let them play on. Yes, that was
like, how could they call that with this score at this point in the game? Because it's a penalty, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then complimenting this spiral of the incomplete pass. Yes, that was great.
It was bad. I mean, I don't like Brando to begin with. I just don't think he's very good at his job. But man, that was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. Oh, hey, I got a super snap from the great Andy Bryant. Lucky Luke sounds like a mob name. I like it. Yeah, Michael Lucchese. Godfather. Kobe doesn't have any clue what I'm referencing.
Kobe has no idea what you just
did. Yeah, terrible. Like
maybe no idea.
Maybe the most famous.
By the way, Braden Walk standards, Mike. I just wanted to let you know, Cincinnati quarterback Brandon Sorsby is 1 for 8 right now.
Yeah, interesting. All right. Okay. All right, yeah. All right, now let's look ahead a little bit because that's what we do here. We're back in the A. Okay, now I don't see Arizona plays Kansas next, and we're going to get back to Colorado. But Donald Shear said Locke was a good.
I thought he was solid as a backup. Yeah,
I'll own it. Will you not go? Can we get you to not go to practices anymore? Seriously, you learn less from going to practice than you actually do. Because
he's okay as a backup because backups don't play.
Sure. Stop.
Backups are backups for a reason.
That was
baby.
Awful. All right, Lee Ferris.
What did your boy TJ Lateef do tonight?
1999 Super Snap, BTFD, Lee Ferris. Very much appreciate you. Thank you, Lee Ferris. Yeah, very cool. That's a great.
What did your boy Lateef do tonight when he came in as a backup?
Yeah, but he's also like a 7.
5 of 7 for 7 yards. 5 completions for 7 yards.
Yeah,
you told me he was good.
Yeah, I never saw him though. I just saw he's been in other games. He's been good. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to talk about teams that we broke. But Kansas, I think why can't Arizona beat Kansas? I think Arizona's going to beat Kansas.
Oh, I do too.
I think Arizona's going to beat Kansas. Then after that, I think that Arizona's going. Yeah, Skier definitely puts the beer goggles on in practice. Everybody's great. Okay. I waited not read my super snap. You didn't put a super snap in there, Andre. Oh, yeah, sorry. This is for Skier to buy nose plugs for Mike's drive to Vegas with Mike. Yeah, but I'm not going with Skier. I'm going by myself, though.
Do you roll down the window or you just let it fly when you're by yourself?
Yeah, no, I let it fly, man. I want it to smell. I like the smell. I like the smell of my own farts. But, okay, so, all right, appreciate you, Andre. Sorry about that. Okay, now, Kansas. You look at all these games, and then all of a sudden Cincinnati, I mean, Arizona. Why? I know we say this kind of jokingly, but why not Arizona?
I just have I have a great stat real quick from Blair. Sorry, Kobe. Let me read it and then In 13 games since last year's Colorado game, Mike, Noah has completed 64% of his passes for 3,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. In his last 4 games, he's completing 69% of his passes for over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 2 picks.
Well, it's like I told you. It's like I told you. The fact is now is that so like Rich Creo used to always post like Noah's numbers next to Levitt, and then when Levitt or then Noah's numbers are a lot better than Levitt, then he just finds some random other person to start comparing him to. That's what he'll just keep doing though with that. That's going to be really funny. But Noah's an all-timer, man. Again, I don't like, and again, I'm biased. I really, really like Noah, but dude, I want this guy to be the quarterback as long as he wants to be the quarterback at the University of Arizona. He's a treasure. I mean, he is. And the way that he's playing right now, you know, there was only a couple bad decisions. Like the one interception that was called bad, that was a terrible throw. But, you know, other than that, like he was throwing some dimes too. Like that one touchdown pass into the corner and then the one to Watley as well. I mean, those were some big time throws from that young man.
Well, you're sitting here and it's like people are complaining, and it's like, well, how much better can it really get? Before this game, he was on pace for like 3,100 yards, 30 touchdowns, 6 picks, and like 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns. It's like, how much better do you really expect our quarterback play to be? We've seen bad quarterback play. It can get a whole lot worse.
I said this in like, no, we don't like Jed anymore and all that, but the one thing Jed and Doherty did very well is put Noah Fafita in positions to succeed, right? You're not going to throw the ball all over the field 40 yards with Noah. You're just not going to do it. You're going to roll him out, plays like that. Seth Davey has done a very good job of putting Noah in position to succeed.
Okay, now let's see here. Hold on. There was a comment in here that I wanted to see, and now I just ran. Yeah. Okay. Now, so, all right, now moving forward then. You got Kansas. I think Arizona's going to beat Kansas. I think Kansas sucks. But I don't think they suck as bad as Colorado, but, you know, we shall see. Now, defensively, though, this team bounced back in a nice way. I think the one thing about it, like I said, I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about I was a little bit nervous with that one drive with Saltine where he was running the ball and they were getting crossing patterns and, you know, things like that. I'm like, is this what it's going to be? But Arizona really girthed up in the middle. And, you know, they basically, like Ben White was telling us, he admired how they plugged those holes because there was, you know, it looked like those things were leaking and they covered out the leakage. It was good.
Yeah, I thought the front 7 played about just as well as you could ask for. They annihilated the Colorado offensive line, and they plugged just about every hole possible. But I will say the secondary, they did get bailed out by a couple penalties committed by that offensive line. I will say that's probably the one bit of concern I have is they did get toasted on a couple plays that regularly probably don't get called back if the team actually was well coached.
All right, by the way, La Jolla, Dennis Walsh is absolutely spot on. Noah is one of the best we've ever had. Foles, Smith, Tunnicliffe, then Noah. No problem with that at all. Yeah, now, I want to talk about something here. It's not all peaches and roses or peaches and roses?
Yeah. Yep.
That's not right.
Nope.
Roses and cream? Or... Yep. Roses and it's not all roses. That's not right either, but whatever. Okay. But
I mean, hey, let's do
it's all crap. Whatever. Nobody's listening. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no one's watching.
But John Lee makes a good point. This is something, Sheer, do you want to talk a little bit about Genesis and what's going on here without betraying?
I thought he played better tonight.
But he is going for
I think the issue is Genesis has people around him. Genesis was like 8th on Mel Kiper's safety list. Mm-hmm. And I think people started kind of talking to him about staying healthy and maybe not taking as many risks. Danny Gonzalez kind of insinuated it in the presser this week and said that he said you'll see a beast, a different guy this weekend. I think Genesis still missed too many tackles, kind of one-arming it, but he also, he had the big, whatever it was,
Yeah, I mean, so again, I think, and I can't really blame the kid a lot because when you have people in your ears telling you that you're going to be in the MNFL in a year and you just start looking at that, but it's kind of like, you know, but you're on MNFL radars because of how you were playing to begin with. And yes, John, that was a great point. And yes, peaches and cream. Thank you, Alex. Peaches and
Great
what did
song.
I say?
Peaches and
what did
cream.
I say? Roses and cream or
roses and urine? Something I don't know.
Nah, that's not what I said. Okay.
Roses and urine. That's a nice band.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, he's just got to play it. And guys like that, football comes naturally to him. If he just plays his game, he's going to be good. That's kind of where I come. That's kind of where I come at it with from Genesis Smith's perspective. Also, Sheer, I don't like to give you credit, but I got to give you credit on something.
Come on, baby.
You called a Dalton Johnson interception.
Dude, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to brag.
I don't want to brag, but watch me.
My Longview players of the week, my Longview insurance players on the week on the podcast show, and I do crazy. I've been crazy accurate. Like today, I just said the whole running back room because they're going to run all over them, and then Dalton Johnson's going to have a pick. Boom.
You did it. Now, yeah, very good. Now, Scott Schlittenhart, the great Scott Schlittenhart, you're a senior editor at Wildcat Authority, Scott Schlittenhart. Roses in here in new ASU colors. Yes. Okay. So, but the Arizona secondary, by and large is pretty good. I mean, there were definitely some breakdowns here. By the way, that Sincere Brown, if that guy had a real quarterback, he'd be real problems, man. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I mean, Dansby's been struggling a little bit, but they're good. I mean, they got beat over the top, but it's like at the same time, it's like you're going to get beat once in a while. If you go out there and, you allow 170 passing yards and pick off the ball 3 times, I mean, who am I to complain about that type of deal,
Yeah, now angry Brennan. Let's talk about Brennan's demeanor here because I find that interesting. But first, let's get a couple reasons here. We've got to pay some bills. By the way, that guy that comes in where's that guy that's always complaining about the ads? Pay us and then we don't do ads. Okay, all right, now, speaking of which, Foster Plumbing, baby, back the pipe. 10% off when you mention AC. Sorry. 10% off when you mention AC. My dad told me the other day, he goes, he's like, I don't know why, but I really like that read, just when you say back the pipe. But either way.
Vance likes it, I like it.
Yeah. Vance likes it. Yeah, fix that front pipe, baby. All right, residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. You'll see it everywhere. These people are great. They fix Gen Zers crap. They also fix. You also get 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast, and they're all up and down the U of A. You see them up there. Like, think about it from this perspective. When if you're a parent and you're calling in a plumber, you want to make sure they're trustworthy. Foster Plumbing is doing just that, and 24/7 service. Because Kobe, have you ever had plumbing issues?
Yeah, I actually have.
All right. Well, yeah, but you probably just don't have those issues from 8 to 5, correct?
Nope, all night, 24/7.
24/7. That's why Foster Plumbing's here for you. And yes, Foster will be up in Las Vegas. Very excited to, Danny Foster.
On call in
Las Vegas at the Park MGM, man.
Danny, bring your gear, Danny, because you have no idea what Michael Luke does the hotel
Danny, you're going to be earning your keep up there, buddy. Okay, yeah. All right. Now, what else we got? I'll probably be sitting on one of those toilets here by this time tomorrow. Okay. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Red Hot Sports and ice cold beer. Huge parking lot that you could park Dennis Walsh's jet in. We found out that you can't actually back up a jet.
I still believe that's not true.
That you can't reverse a jet?
Still believe it's not true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm going to take Dennis Walsh's word for it. I don't believe that you can. But 100+ craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. And not one bad seat in the house. Red Hot beer. OC Bodybuilders back. Red Hot Sports ice cold beer. Check it out. Huge parking lot. That was terrible. Yeah. Knock it off. Okay, what else we got? Talk to me. We got all these Canadians in the chat. Okay, now, welcome to The Rock. Holy moly. Kobe, you're up.
I don't know if it works in my headphones.
No, Kobe, just do it. Don't cover your mouth. You look like an idiot. Don't do that again. Well, that sounds like you're constipated. But we'll take it. It sounds like you're trying to push a log out.
Perfect. I get it.
Either way. Perfect. Yeah, we appreciate you. That was a lot better. Yes. Okay. That was rock solid, baby. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Yeah. 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley. 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials serving residents and contractors. East of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. They are not just in Green Valley. They are obviously in Tucson. Okay. Check it out. They are obviously in Tucson. Okay. Now, let's get back. I want to talk about Brent Brennan's sideline. Hold on. Mike says, don't cover your mouth as he covers his. All right. I want to get back to Brent Brennan's sideline demeanor. I liked it, man. Like I said, I don't want somebody going out there and being like, somebody they're not like, it'd be like me going out there and trying to be professional or something. I'm not going to do that. But I also like it though. I think that it just shows a little bit of an oomph, a little bit of a, I don't know what the exact term is, but oomph.
I like it. I think people needed to see it. He's been adamant that he's been doing it all year and the TV doesn't show him. I almost wonder if he went to the production company and was like, dude, can you just show me doing this? But I liked it. And really, even like in the interview, it wasn't corny, right?
Yeah, it didn't. He doesn't come off because sometimes, and I think he's a great guy, but it's sometimes, and you said this as well, it comes off as cornball. Like, no cornball stuff. Like he came off, this looked legitimate, this looked genuine. It was good. I liked it.
Yep. Yeah, I liked it.
Kobe L, speak from the Gen Zer perspective.
Oh, I mean, it was to me at least, I felt like he had a different aura to him. He looked like he made it a point to be a little more animated, a little bit more aggressive. Maybe that's just because they don't show it typically on the broadcast or I can't see from my seat, but he felt like, even in his interview, he just had a different demeanor to him that I haven't really seen before.
Yeah, he beat Dion so bad he's saying red line accountability. Did he say red line accountability in the post game?
No, but that would be literally, I mean, I would do a whole separate podcast if he did.
If he went up to, you know what he should do? He should go up to Dion and poke him in the foot and say, I'm going to give you some red line accountability on those.
Yeah. Suck on this red line accountability.
Yeah, this red line. That is red line accountability. What I like about it, though, Cheryl, the great Cheryl Schmidt is in here. Awesome. Hello, Cheryl. We love Cheryl. Cheryl might be my favorite person. By the way, my Caleb, not your Caleb, my Caleb. But anyways, back to this. Arizona, though, this was probably the most fulfilling game, no Ben one, that that I can remember in the Brennan era. Because look at it this way. And again, I know Colorado's not that great. I get all of that. I totally get it. But you look back last year, Utah, we played like a 4th string quarterback, and when they had their other quarterback in there, he was basically Helen Keller. He didn't have legs and he didn't have arms. He couldn't do anything. And so no, he didn't. Cam Rising had arms and legs, though. No, Helen Keller didn't have arms or legs, and she was blind, mute, and deaf. She had nothing. God. She had nothing going for her. Like literally.
God, what a rough life.
Can you imagine you have no extremities and you're blind and deaf? Yes. So, but what a terrible life, man. Yeah, good on her though. I would just want to be an anchor at that point. Just throw me into the ocean at that point, man. But okay, are you talking about Lockie? No, we're not talking about Lockie. Yeah, that was mean. But
that was mean.
WESCB puts it very well. He said, this was different. We looked better, like the better team the whole game. That's exactly what it was. Is that, again, Utah, because I remember we were actually down on University. I was with Kobe L during that game. And like the thing about it that was, you just kind of felt, you're like, oh, is Utah going to come back? Is Utah going to do this? Blah, 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 blah. You just got the sense that that Arizona just beat the snot out of an inferior team and basically like flicked it onto the sidewalk. It was awesome.
That was a butt kicking. I mean, that's just it. Arizona did what they were supposed to do. I thought the game would be closer. We thought Arizona was the better team, but playing at Colorado, like I said this the other day, if this game was at Arizona Stadium, I'd pick Arizona to blow them out just because I didn't think Colorado, but you never know when you go on the road, homecoming, all that crap. They absolutely whoop the crap out.
I will say this about Colorado. The only thing I'm going to give them, that student section was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, they were down by like 45 points, and they were like, that was awesome. Yeah. Kobe L, what do you think?
No, I mean, this was probably the first time that we've gone into a game in which we thought the other team had a chance to win, and they just beat the brakes off them. When was the last time that we've beat the brakes off a team that we went into the game like, they might beat us? It's been a while. for sure. I
just had a friend message me. Oh, this is terrible. He's actually 29. Is 29 years old a Gen Zer?
It might be the very end of millennial.
It is
He
for
said,
us.
he says, I didn't know who Helen Keller was. I just looked her up. Oh my gosh, what a crappy life that was.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
This podcast covers it all. I mean, we have Arizona football, farts, Helen Keller.
Right, so,
it's a wide variety of content.
Yeah, it basically is. Okay, so yeah, what a terrible life. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that one. Okay, now how does Arizona build on this? How does Arizona build on this one though? Because that's kind of where I'm going with this next. Because here's what we can't have happen. As Arizona fans, we always know that the worst thing that can happen generally does. We get a really exciting thing that occurs and then we lose. You can't lose to Kansas after this. You got to keep the momentum going. You got to thrust it forward.
Look, man, Arizona still needs one more win to make a bowl.
Right.
And they still got to find one more win out of Kansas, Baylor, Cincinnati, and ASU. It's not going to be easy. Now, They should do it. They're going to be favored, definitely favored over Kansas, Baylor, probably like a point or whatever. Arizona needs to beat Kansas. I'm going to say it. Kansas, to me, is not a very good team. Oh, they were down, I think, or close at halftime to Oklahoma State. I watched some of that game. I watched their game last week against Kansas State. There's no reason Arizona shouldn't be able to run up the score on Kansas either.
All right, now let's see here. Big 12 Bobby says, I don't know how they, but I think Krevis is going to ruin my buzz. Oh, come on, don't borrow trouble. It
would be very funny in a way, and I could say this because it's such a long basketball season. If Arizona whoops the crap out of someone in football and then loses in a basketball game, it'd be very confusing for this fan base.
But this was all right. Now Lamb says I was at the Colorado game with my sister wasn't. Interesting. I am excited to meet his sister. Hopefully she's there for the championship package insertion. Okay. So, I mean, all right. Anyways, but Kobe, this is something that we can't have happen though. Arizona's got to continue to string this together. I've been a fan my entire life, going back to 1993. And every time Arizona gets something really good going, they always lay an egg. We cannot lay an egg. No laying eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say it. That Kansas game is probably a must-win, just because I watched a lot of that game. Unfortunately, I had it at one of my. I had the multicast up. I had it up at one of my screens, but they were in a dogfight with Oklahoma State for a lot of that game. They looked pretty even with them for probably about 2.5, maybe 3 quarters.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
if they should be able to handle Kansas, I mean. They do run. I mean, you could say like, all right, I'm worried about Jalen Daniels running all over the place, but they were able to contain Salter like they did tonight. So I mean, they should.
Do you think this is something now? Again, with Jalen Daniels, everybody says he's a running quarterback only because he's black. He's not a running quarterback though. Like if his name was Jim Daniels. Jim Daniels sounds like an alcohol. But let's say that his name was Jim Daniels. If Jim Daniels was there, we wouldn't be talking about that. I don't think that you really have to worry too much about him running the football. Period.
He runs once.
Injuries. I think his injuries have kind of caught up to him. I know he did have close to 500 yards a season or two ago, so I think he's been injured at least 2 or 3 times for long periods of time. So I feel like it's kind of the same thing as Penix, where Penix was a runner at one point in time, but he's had a couple injuries that kind of limited that mobility.
Right.
He's a significantly better thrower though than Salter. I mean, the guy has 18 touchdowns to 3 picks, but he doesn't.
He's actually good.
He had 28. They ran him 6 times today. They ran him 17 times the week before, 15 times the week before that. But he's a different kind of runner. Arizona does well with perimeter runners. It's the QB power, and Jalen Daniels at 6 foot isn't running QB power. It's just not happening. So,
yeah, interesting. Okay. All right. So, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. All right. Now, hold on. So I don't think that he's really that good, or he's really that good. All right. Now, where do these, I don't want to get into that one. Okay. So, and then you got Cincinnati. I look at this as well, and I want to talk about the Big 12 here for a second. Big 12 football. I think that sometimes people are giving it a little bit of a bum rap, and I get the critique, but let's get a couple reads in here, and then I want to talk Big 12 football. Back to 12. All right, the Family Food Project. I totally like the Family Food Project. Boom, check it out. Direct aid plus life skills development, cooking, nutrition, currently 255 meal kits per week. 2026 goal is 1,000 meal kits per week. Donations made with AZ12 comment will be matched cumulative up to $10,000. Woohoo! Very, very impressive. Nice. The Family Food Project, familyfoodproject.org. Check it out. Jesse's Tattoo Shop. Jesse's the man. Call today, 520-358-2881. Golf Links and Pantano, it's a sober shop. Kobe L. Thielen here is going to be getting a tattoo, and we'll probably try to live stream that one as well. Wear a tattoo that speaks your story. Check it out. Jesse's Tattoo Shop again on Golf Links and Pantano. And they got a toy drive coming up. And our good pal Benwin White is going to be there to show everybody how to properly ride the bull. And I think the bull's name is like Jen. Sorry. Special guest, DJ, say hello to our sponsors, all of that stuff. November 30th. Going to be really, really good. All right. Boom. Okay. And one last thing, Bridge Tech Communications. Dennis Walsh in there. Dennis Walsh was doing that trapeze act the other day. And that gym looked like something that you would see a Shia LaBeouf video, and he's like fighting the Russian mob or something. You don't want to go to those kind of gyms. You want to go to a real gym where they actually use Bridge Tech Communication because you get the best out of it. And that is why you want to go to Bridge Tech Communications. 750% average ROI. So if you're a gym, health, wellness spa, use Bridge Tech Communications. Get in touch. Also will make me look good. Our guy Tony is the man. Okay. All right. Big 12. Big 12 football. People are crapping on Big 12 football, and I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here and pretend that it's a great football conference. It's not. But man, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I find it impossibly entertaining. The every single
difference between good and entertaining.
Yeah, but I'll go for it. I've said this day in and day out. I want to be entertained. I find this conference incredibly entertaining. Every single game, there's some weird crap that happens or something or some storyline. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I'm sorry. I like it.
It's fun. I don't know how good it is. I think there's how many good teams. I think Texas Tech is good. I think
Texas Tech, Utah, and BYU are good. That's it.
Yeah. But it's fun. I'm having a lot more fun in Big 12 football than I did Pac-12 because I knew exactly who Arizona was losing to every year.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, Patrick Miller says this is the perfect conference for us. Yes, I think that's actually a really good way of putting it.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put it. I mean, the SEC is a lot better of a football conference, but do we want to watch Arizona play in the SEC? Probably not.
Yeah, but you're also one of those stupid SEC propaganda wings. We should call you Kobe L. Feinbaum at this point.
Yeah, but I don't want to see Arizona playing Alabama on the road or Georgia on the road. That doesn't sound very fun. Playing like Iowa State or something like that, it's far more fun as we actually have a chance to win those types of games.
Can we confront Kobe on air right now since he's here about his take from last week that it basically was right out of the Feinbaum book? Kobe L. said this. Kobe L. said that crappy Mississippi State would beat BYU or Utah by at least 17 points. Kobe, make your case.
My case was just they have far more talent than either of those teams. And when healthy, I feel like Arizona State is a better team than those two teams as well. And I thought Mississippi State just looked like the better team than them on that night.
You think Mississippi State would beat Utah and BYU by 17 points plus? 17
is probably an over exaggeration.
There you go.
But I think they probably, on a neutral field, they would probably beat them. That's my opinion because I feel
got a
like
big win over Arkansas tonight.
Huge win. But I feel like it's the Mike curse. This makes Mike mad when I talk about the Mike curse. Jason agrees.
Mike's definitely cursed. But
no, I am cursed, but you're wrong though.
No, you're cursed. Like today,
Mike is cursed.
You were telling me how bad Texas was. They're getting destroyed right now. Then they come back and win. Then they beat top 10 Vandy this week. I'm like, well, Texas might make the CFP because of Mike.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Dennis Walsh says, I think Kobe's an idiot. I totally disagree with him. All right. Yeah, thank you there, Dennis Walsh. Okay. So, but either way, I like the Big 12. I think the Big 12 is good for us. Irish Mike disagrees with me. He said it's a great football conference because everything is competitive. Irish Mike, I got to give Irish Mike a lot of credit. He's been on the front line that we are a football school. And basketball is a distant second. But at the same time, kind of is what it is. I like Big 12. I like Big 12 football. I make no apologies about it whatsoever. And I think the top teams are good. Boom, take it. Boom.
It's fun. I enjoy it. I don't know if I'm excited about Arizona, Kansas at 1:00, but hey, why not?
Also, the other thing too, we need to lump something in here. Like the thing with the Big Ten, like somebody on your board said, and I don't mean to be mean here, but they're wrong. He said, would any team finish in the top half of the Big Ten? Big Ten outside of 3 teams is total trash.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, I will say the cream of the crop of the Big Ten, probably the best handful of teams in the country. Like Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, probably about as good of a team as you'll find. But outside of that, they're not as good as some of the middle teams in the SEC or the top teams in the Big 12. I'll say that. Like, I know that you're a Nebraska guy, but Nebraska's probably going to finish with like 9 wins. And I've watched Nebraska multiple times. Like, man, this offense, this team just does not look very good.
Right, that's what I'm saying. 9 wins. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like in the Big Ten, like outside of 3 teams, it's all crap. So that's what I'm gonna sit here and say. Okay, now it is a basketball conference, and at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. I'm going to disagree with you, Ron. At the end of the day, I would much rather be in the Big 12 than the Big 10 because it is a basketball. This is a basketball school, and Big 10 basketball is absolutely atrocious. I do not want to watch it. I do not want to be around anybody that knows it. I don't want to do any of that. Neither does she.
It is boring. It is absolutely. Right. I am entertained by watching Ohio State. I am entertained by watching Oregon. Nebraska USC was a boring game. Like it's just and that's not an insult to the teams. That's how they play.
Right.
Like it's boring.
No, I feel like the right way to put it is the Big 12 is the right conference for Arizona because it's an elite basketball conference where you're going to be playing top tier competition. So you get to watch all sorts of fun basketball. No more Washington State on a Wednesday at 9 p.m. And then you also are in a football conference where you can be competitive. Like I said, don't really want Arizona playing in the SEC. Don't really want to see Arizona playing Ohio State on the road. So it's kind of like this is the conference that makes the most sense for what Arizona is.
Yeah, I agree. And in basketball, it's the best conference out there. So that's the thing. And also as well, there is a there's something too to playing in front of stadiums that have fans. Like I said, I don't like Colorado or I don't like Dion. But I don't like Dion. But man, the people there show up. The people in these stadiums show up. How many times
pressure by Dion right now? By the way, going on right now.
What's he saying?
It's his fault. Blame him. Don't blame players or coordinators. He knows exactly what's wrong with his team, and he'll fix it.
Yeah, I don't know what Weston's talking about. He keeps saying, you guys are selling BS. Realignment sucks for us. It sucks. No, I love being in the Big 12. I love being in the Big 12. It's way better than the Pac-12, period. You don't want to know why it's better than being in the Pac-12? Because every single game in the Pac-12 in basketball was against some crap team where there was 13 people there, and it didn't get you ready for the tournament. The Big 12, it's all really, really good teams generally, and there's people there. That is what I like about it.
I can tell you this too, Mike. If you want to move away from football, the Big 12 is so far and away the best conference for Arizona that this isn't the discussion begins and ends right there.
Right. I mean, it really is. And I'm not trying to be a jerk like at all. I mean, generally I do try to be a jerk, but I'm not trying to be a jerk there. This is it's really, really good. So,
I mean, some of the basketball in the Pac-12 was just horrendous. Like I'll never forget, we always would play like the Cal and Stanford road trip right during like the Christmas break for the students. So it'd be like, oh, there's like 5 people in the stands and you can hear the one woman yelling by the mic. That's right. I mean you see that, or like, I remember when Oregon State beat us and they rushed the court and like, there's like 400 people at this game. There's nobody here.
Right. Yes, exactly. And I'm trying not to get caught up on silly comments here because I'm going to get yelled at, but I'm just going to say this one last time. For basketball, this is still a town that really likes basketball, and it is 1,000,000 times better than the Pac-12 was. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Now,
from a culture standpoint, I feel like from a culture standpoint, we fit in more with some of the Big 12 teams.
I agree with that.
Talking to like UCLA fans, Cal fans, Stanford fans, even Oregon fans, it's a different breed of fan. Like we fit in a little bit better with some of the Texas Techs, Baylors, those types of schools.
Okay, now let's talk about Arizona in the Big 12. I'm going to ask you this. Ready? Can Arizona win the Big 12 in football
this year?
No.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
Right.
I legitimate. Now, look, I will say this: if Texas Tech is going to keep pouring $30 million
I know, that's
into
the
their roster every
problem.
year, then probably not.
Right.
Could it go to a Big 12 title game? I don't see
Right.
why not. Like, why
Right.
I
not?
think the Big 12 is probably the one power conference to where all 16 teams can win it. Like they have the capability. We were talking
Right.
about the SEC. There are certain teams in the SEC that just have zero chance to ever win that conference. Same thing
Right.
with the Big 10. Same thing with the ACC. The Big 12 is probably the most balanced conference to where any team can make a run and get in the conference championship game and make some magic happen. It's probably
That's
the one
what I think.
conference you can do
That's
that.
what I think we need to say. We need to start saying that the Big 12 football is balanced. That is what we need to put with that. There is not, it is balanced. Now, Dennis, I think you were misreading what Kobe L was saying. Dennis says, I disagree about the culture. What Kobe's talking about is that it's just they're far more engaged fan bases. Arizona, especially with basketball, is an engaged fan base. And, I think that, Kobe, I mean, you know what you were thinking better than me generally, but is that kind of what you were talking about? Just that, the caring factor is.
Yeah, I feel like the fan bases all care. For the most part, the Big 12 or smaller towns. I mean, I know Tucson is 1 million people, but it still functions as a small town in a lot of respects. But smaller towns, college towns that really do care about their teams, that's really all they got. Like Manhattan, Kansas, that's all there is in Manhattan, Kansas. Ames, Iowa, that's all there is in Iowa. Tucson, U of A that's pretty much all it's here. It's the whole town rallies behind the school. So
Yeah.
I feel like just from a culture standpoint, we kind of fit in more with that enthusiastic, like college town vibe more than the
I agree with that.
preppy UCLAs of the world. If that
Yeah,
makes
no, I
sense.
agree with that. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about Noah Fafita then. Obviously, then you got the quarterback situation. One thing that can't happen, and I think we figured this out, or if you didn't figure it out, you're probably Helen Keller at this point. Arizona cannot win if Noah Fafita goes out. There is not a more important player in the country than Noah Fafita for Arizona football. It is that simple. It is, you take Noah out of there and you're going to see a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. And look, it's a lot. It's like that for a lot of teams in the country, Mike. But I mean, good Lord, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I like this last comment. No, Fafita looked terrible in the first quarter. No, he was awesome. He was literally perfect in the first quarter.
What are we doing?
Okay. All right, but Noah was great. Now, Arizona's going to have to replenish, but you know what's exciting about it? And I was looking at this. I was doing a little bit of roster construction here. Arizona's next year, you're going to lose a lot of people. You're going to lose some guys for sure. But you're also at that wide receiver position, you're returning a lot of talent, though. Trey Spivey, who I still don't care if he doesn't get open, just still throw him the football. And he doesn't run the right routes. Don't care about any of that. Okay, now, also with Isaiah Mizell, he's coming back. Gio Richardson coming back. You have got a lot of young, dynamic talent at those receiver positions.
They're going to be just fine there. I mean, Mizell's good. Gio's going to be a stud. They're going to be just fine. They're going to recruit guys. I don't worry. I legitimately don't worry about skill positions at Arizona because I think they're going to be just fine.
I don't either.
Yeah, we should be fine at the quarterback position. Should be fine at the running back position. Should be fine at receiver. The skill positions are fine. I feel like it's always going to be the trenches with Arizona, no matter who the coach is, no matter who's the offensive coordinator or offensive line coach. It's always going to be the trenches.
Let's talk about the New Zealander guy. That's a large man right there. That is a talk about a guy that doesn't need more cheese-based dishes.
He's just got to pick up what to do and all that. He's still working on that, but that is a very large human being.
Yeah. How much eligibility does that guy have left?
Multiple years, I believe.
Right. No, that guy's great. That's really cool. So, yeah, but Kobe's right, though. It's always going to be on the trenches. Now, you look in the offensive line, Arizona's going to have to replace everybody, but I'm going to give this coaching staff more credit, though, at the same time. Arizona, with this, they've done a very, very they've done a very nice job of evaluating talent. And I got to give Oglesby a lot of credit as well. I thought he was absolutely terrible last year. But this year, Oglesby has been really, really good, and that offensive line has been really good.
Well, I will say they wanted to replace everybody on the line. I mean, the Deuce Boost, he has eligibility left. I think he's a sophomore.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's it. I
the
think.
Deuce
I was
Boost.
I was told they feel pretty good about the line next year. After we said that on the show, Deuce returns.
Rhino. They should get Rhino back.
Returns. I think they have one more that returns.
Wooten.
I'm not sure who. Yeah, but there's one. I think they think they can get another year for one more guy, but I don't remember who.
Oh, do they think they can get another year out of Buchanan?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take that then.
He's been great. He's been one of their best linemen. I'll take that all day.
Yeah, no, I will absolutely take that one. That would be that.
And honestly, Mike, like you got to think in the portal. Like I know they lose guys, but we said this before. They hit on Bounds and they hit on Buchanan. So what's to say they can't hit on a few more guys? And
they hit on DeCambra. But I don't know that really anybody was super surprised that DeCambra was good.
When you look at it, I think the only true miss, like clear miss, is Blake Gotcher. From what I hear is atrocious. Like really,
well, dude, that was
I can't even be like a practice player bad.
And the other guy was obvious. The other guy from that school too was not very good.
Chancellor Owens, I think they feel like they could get, but he's at least a good practice player. I'm not even sure Gotcher could.
Gotcher can't play, but you and I called that one from day one. So
I sent you that South Alabama. If anyone, I don't want to crap on the kid, but if you go look at whatever team, Northwestern State versus South Alabama, and watch the film. He is.
It's not good. Yeah,
I don't know
good.
what they saw. I don't.
All right.
I don't.
Now, Salgado Medina, my friend. Salgado Medina.
This dude is annoying. Like it's annoying at this point, isn't it?
I don't.
Like he comes in.
You guys give your opinion, then I'm going to give mine.
The dude nails I know exactly what's wrong here. I got this. He nails a 49-yard field goal and misses a 30. So during camp, I actually wrote about this. For some reason, he can't hit field goals from the left hash. He can't do it. I think most of his misses are from the left hash. If you watch, if it's straight up, he's awesome. Left hash can't do it. Don't know why, but that's where he always missed during camp too.
So let's stop having him kick it from there.
I know, but what are you supposed to do?
Center it.
I'm like, do you want us to like run?
Sacrifice it down.
Sacrifice it every time.
Sacrifice it down. Yes.
It's third and 10 on the 15. Yeah, we're gonna go run it to the other hash and kick a knee really quick.
Hey guys, let us reposition over here.
We know we're kicking anyways.
Yeah, David, great seeing you, my man. Appreciate you as always. And so who was it on there? Somebody said even as like some of his extra. He's a weird kicker, man, because he's clearly got leg. Baby got leg. But at the same time. I have no confidence factor in him. It's weird. He could hit a 65-yarder, and I don't think that I would be surprised at all. And he could miss a 25-yarder, and I wouldn't be surprised at all.
No, you talk about excitement in the Big 12 and not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's true.
That's literally Michael Salgado Medina's kick. You have no idea. He could kick a game winner, and he could miss an extra point in the same game, and it'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, Kobe
Wasn't he a really well thought of prospect too? Like I remember when he committed under Fish, everyone was really excited. He was a pretty well thought of prospect.
Yeah, he's a good kicker.
Yeah, I mean, but he was also a Spanish painter. Many people didn't know that as well. Salgado Medina, you see him up in the. All right, so anyway, all right. Now the other thing as well that was interesting that I like Luke Wysong. We have somebody that that can catch the ball. And tries to return the ball. It is why am I go blurry on this? Yeah, man, that really does work.
I gotta say this here. The speed in which you turned your back on JP.
You did the same thing. This was a tag team effort. No Ben won. This was a tag team effort. No Ben won. That we love Jeremiah Patterson, but at this time he's relegated more to a cultural type guy.
Team culture.
No, he's team culture. He's like Chuba. He's like Chuba. He's a culture guy. But either way, I love having Wysong back there because I feel like for the first time in about 5 years, we actively try to return punts.
Well, yeah, they do. It's awesome.
No,
you also wonder why they had Jeremiah Patterson back there if they literally told him not to return punts.
Well, and on top of that, they're telling him to catch the ball inside the 5 each time whenever possible.
I feel like him back there, it just kind of felt like trying to find a role for somebody to have a role, if that makes sense. Like, we know we want to play him somehow, so let's put him back there like punts and kicks. Kind of what it felt like to me, even though he was never really a returner.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Let's see here. I'm very, very excited about that. It's cool to see, and it looks like they actually try to return kicks as well. Now, again, they're generally it's kicked 85 yards out of the end zone, but it looks like they still try to return kicks as well. I like that as well.
Def.
Yeah,
kind of random, but Goku brought up a good point in the chat a little bit ago. Jordan Brown, I mean, he could return next year too. That'd be a big returnee for them. That'd be a good addition for them.
All right, so now let's talk a little bit. Yeah, Weissong is nice as a punt returner. I totally agree with that. Very rare to see good white punt returners. So yeah, when you find them, you got to hold on to them near and dear. Okay, now Kansas then. So if Arizona were to beat Kansas, then I like how we're looking ahead now. If Arizona were to beat Kansas, you're 6-3 at that point. Then we start getting a little greedy. We start getting
people to rank Arizona at that point.
Yeah, we start getting a little bit greedy at that point because then I think you can start saying, all right, why can't Arizona win whoever is in front of them at that point, right?
I mean, can we talk about CFP at that point? I mean, why not?
Let me ask you this. If Arizona...
I did the math. I think the highest they could finish in the conference is 4th if they went out. Unless
we got to get 4 teams in the conference. We got to get 4 teams in the CFP. We have to.
Yes, exactly. It's funny on the post-game tweet. I'm going to try to tag Deion Sanders in it because he's blocked me. But I'll still. I don't know if that. I don't know if I
think. Look, I don't expect Arizona to beat Cincinnati at Cincinnati. Although crazier things have happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think 7-5 is very doable.
Right.
Especially with Sims playing now at ASU, and I think that if I would have told you before the year, even if you're not a Brennan guy.
Mm-hmm.
Thought Arizona would go 7-5. You would.
Oh yeah, I do. Like I said, I don't think that anybody can watch and say that I'm Mike Luke. That guy's sold on Brent Brennan. Clearly not. But I got to give them a lot of credit. They win 7 games. I don't care who they're playing. Like they could play the Little Sisters of the Poor or whatever. And we are going to talk about the state run.
Cincinnati getting rolled right now, by the way.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
I mean, it's been if they do finish 7-5, even on. Another point would be it's been competent football. It hasn't like last year at times. It just kind of felt like they weren't.
Baylor, yeah, and I mean Baylor looked good today.
Right.
I think Baylor's a good team. I still think they're a good team.
I think their passing attack is actually their offense in general is pretty scary.
Yeah,
they just can't stop anybody.
Yeah,
they just can't stop anybody. They're that classic Big 12 team that'll score 50 points but give up 60. That's exactly what they are.
Arizona should beat Kansas. I think Baylor and Cincinnati are going to be.
Well, you guys are a lot bigger. You guys both picked Baylor to win the conference. I'm not nearly on that boat.
I think powerhouse Kansas State.
No, that was you, Kobe L, right?
No, that was definitely me. I actually had money on Baylor because I was like, all right, in my opinion, they have the best quarterback in the conference. They have they have a really good receiving core, really good running back, awesome tight end. If you guys haven't seen Michael Trigg, he's
Ben One White is talking. That's Ben One White's fantasy tight end. He's told us that before.
Ben texted me earlier. He goes, Michael gets me trigged up. I go, I know.
My thought process was they got the best quarterback, all these weapons. They're going to be awesome. Then I'm like, oh, they can't stop anybody.
All right, now I want to talk about. We're going to take a victory lap here. I want to talk about the state-run media in Colorado. This is going to be very, very interesting to see how they play this because if you go on the 24/7 boards, by the way, Sheer, where can they find you doing your stuff?
WildcatAuthority.com.
If you go on the 24/7 boards or you see Colorado fans are basically out on Deion. And you've got the DNVR, you've got Munster Burger or whatever that guy's name is, your colleague. They basically say nothing bad about Deion. Anything that happens that's bad, they just blame the coordinators. They never blame Deion. They don't do any. They made message board geniuses, Kobe.
Oh yeah,
they had a post when we were up 10-0 or 17-0. No, I'm gonna send you guys the link right now because it was the real Colorado fans. And they were talking about how I think one of them said Deion's a con man.
It's bad. It's bad on those boards. They're giving the publishers some grief because I think Adam Munsteiger picked Colorado to get 8 wins. He's getting killed.
Well, DNVR all had him at 10
10-2
wins.
and 9-3.
Yeah, I know. But that's the thing, though. At some point, then
5-7, baby.
At some point, then, where you're just co-opted to the point where you won't criticize anything. You call him the dear leader, this and that. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens when he's gone, because you basically had an entire state outside of our guy Keeler that was propping this guy up. It's going to be very interesting to see how they walk this one back.
I just sent you all the message board genius posts, but it's pretty good. I mean, we have one thread titled, "It's time to admit we were all wrong about Deion Sanders." And the message is, can we finally have this conversation? You have one that's called "Burn It Down and Reset." You have one comment that just says Deion equals con man.
Yes. Well, he is.
I don't think you can walk it back. I don't see how. You just got to suck it up.
Deion, please step down. You have shown that you cannot hire coaches, manage a game, nor make logical decisions.
By the way, everyone's killing Deion, and I completely get it. But Rick George just signed Deion to a $10 million a year contract.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean,
dude, what? Yeah. You can't get out of that.
Well, no, I totally agree with you on that one. Yeah, no, this is Colorado is down.
The reason to criticize Deion is he's self-admittedly, he's not a play caller or like a schematics type. He's more of that CEO type coach. And these are all the guys he wanted to hire. He wanted Pat Shurmur, even though everyone told you he sucked. He wanted Warren Sapp as his defensive line coach, and he's never coached previously. I mean,
linebacker coach was an analyst. He's never coached before.
He wanted these guys. They're all his buddies.
I get people all the time that ask me, "Man, why do you work with Scheer?" And I'm like, well, we got to try to make it work. We just got to try to make it work. But I
was an analyst when Mike found me.
Yeah. And then when you fired me as well. So, it just kind of, but that's going to be interesting because I've never seen anything like it. And like you said as well, when you said they won't literally in their press conferences, they literally won't ask Deion who even the quarterback's going to be. Cause it's like,
well, I mean, today's presser was just them talking about Juju. And this is a great quote, actually. And by great, I mean terrible. Let me see if I can find it because it's crazy.
Find it for me.
I don't know Juju's thought process or his parents. I have no idea. I'm just proud he got an opportunity. That was a question of whether or not Deion was planning on redshirting Juju Lewis. He said literally, I don't know their thought process. What? Yeah. You're not talking to your 5-star? Right. What?
Yeah, no, that
doesn't make any sense. He hasn't even talked to him passing like, hey, have you talked to your family about possibly redshirt? He hasn't even had that type of conversation.
By the way, we should take a victory lap on this one because Kobe L in our text messages said that he thought that Deion was a better coach than Brent Brennan, and we both said we would take Brent Brennan. Do you still stand by that, Kobe L?
I didn't say that. That was not me.
It was definitely you. I remember.
It was definitely you. Yeah.
No, that wasn't. We were talking about Belichick.
No, it was you.
No, that was not me.
It was you. Yeah. All right.
Bill Belichick or Deion Sanders? Who would you rather coach your team?
Deion.
Wow.
In college, Deion. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. In a one game vacuum, if I have to pick one coach with identical teams, I'm taking Belichick.
Honestly, Mike, I think I would take Belichick.
Really?
He's a better in-game. He's a better football.
How is he better? How is he a better in-game? Dude, have you watched North Carolina this year? How bad they are?
They won the other night.
Could you picture Deion Sanders coaching in a Super Bowl?
Dude,
we're sticking to college.
No, but he's a far better football mind and decision maker.
All right, either way.
That's Kevin O'Neill's the answer.
What's that?
That's the correct answer.
Kevin O'Neill. Yeah.
All right, let's get a
who our AZ-12 basketball coach is going to be in. Before I could even type, Mike gave him the answer. It's clearly Kevin O'Neill.
It's Kevin O'Neill. Yeah. If Deion applies for the job as an assistant or as analyst at AZ-12 prep, that thing's going right in the garbage. Nice try, coach. Okay. Kobe L, talk to us. Air conditioning.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
All right. Well, you should be just working on it at this point. Comfort X HVAC, 10% off. Mention AZ-12 when booking. Get entered into a Christmas raffle for a $100 grocery card and a 6-month filter supply delivered. Now, winter services and maintenance, emergency repairs, you name it, they've got it. Comfort X HVAC, and they even helped out Cody James Martin. Cody James Martin is the man. Boom. Check it out. As is Comfort X HVAC. Okay. All right. Oh, Ben One White. Look at Ben One White right there. Ben's got that second chin because he's already thinking about what he's going to be consuming, and along with Baggins, obviously. So look at that thing right there. That really does look like Ben One White. It's amazing. But either way, Baggins, they got great deals going on. Use that code AZ12 for 50% off. Dennis Walsh had a great real time the other day. We very much appreciate Dennis Walsh and all he does for us and for Baggins. Every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. You can get cookie dough as well. I take Baggins. No, but yes, exactly. Join our VIP text club. Have fun with it as well. All kinds of good stuff at Baggins. And yes, Crystal Ball sucks, but he's better than Dion. Okay. All right, not just a football school. AZ12 podcast, AZ12-podcast. Get these things right now. As we've talked about, there's going to be a birth rate that is going to be surging after people buy these things in mass. It's going to be like the baby boomers when they came back from World War II and they just started having a bunch of sex and everything. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen with these shirts.
I'm wearing one of Vegas tomorrow if that's the case.
Yeah, get these shirts right here. Yeah. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, especially when you're wearing a not just a football school AZ12 podcast. Okay. All right. Now. All right. Let's get this. Guys, this was an awesome win. I know Colorado's not great. Doesn't matter to me. This was an awesome win. Arizona just beat the crap out of them. And again, we overcame evil. And I got to give Brent Brennan a lot of credit. He had these guys ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, Brent Brennan and the staff deserves a ton of credit. Credit for this win. I don't care how good or bad Colorado is. We saw it today, Mike. A lot of teams lost on the road to teams they shouldn't have lost to on the road. You win a game on the road in college football in the Big 12 when people are talking about firing you if you lose. This is a big-time win by Brent Brennan. Now he needs to build momentum by beating Kansas next week. But I don't care who it was. It's a good win.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me at all. They could have played Taiwanese State at this point. We needed that win. We got it.
Yeah, I mean, they very easily could have came out of that bye feeling sorry for themselves and kind of let a poorly coached Colorado team stick around and maybe end up pulling off a win. But they came out pretty motivated. They were pretty focused. They had a good game plan. And it felt like the team knew the task at hand. They jumped on them early and didn't really look back. I thought they came out of that bye about as good as you can ask for.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It is awesome. Now, on that note, though, we are going to sign off here. Everybody go to Little Caesars. Get a $10.99 bundle. Hey, Cody, can you send me that graphic? For a classic pepperoni or cheese pizza, crazy bread, and a 2-liter of soda for $10.99. Code LCFREECC. What else you got there?
Tomorrow, Mike.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. So we got shows tomorrow, baby. So we're driving up. I'm driving up to Las Vegas, as is Sheer, separately, though. And so we're going to have a show tomorrow at, what did we decide, 6? 6? All right, 6.
Give or take. It should, 6. We'll be there by 6. So, yeah.
6. And we are also going to be having
I won't be on that show, so it's going to be chaos for Mike.
Yeah.
No. Mike's a professional.
I'm great. Yeah. So, and I'm going to say that we're going to have a pregame show Monday for Arizona, Florida at 10. And then we're going to have a post-game show. So again, 3 shows in 2 days. We're getting you everything.
No show Tuesday, right?
No show Tuesday. Yep. Okay. Now, let's see. We got to read the super snaps again. Yeah. Super snaps, baby. Super snaps. All right. Andre Veras, the Mississippi Gladiator. This is for skier to buy nose plugs for tomorrow's drive to Vegas with Mike. Without Mike, though. All right. Now, Lucky Luke, Andy Bryant. Lucky Luke sounds like a mob name. I like it. Lee Ferris, 1999. BTFD, very much appreciate you, Lee Ferris. And the great OC Bodybuilders. Brennan took the chat's advice about being more animated on the sideline. We love it. We love it. All right, guys. Awesome. Let's get back. Let's keep back in the A, baby. Let's keep this good times rolling. For Jason Shear, for Kobe L., I am merely Mike Luke. You have been listening to the AZ12 podcast.